this was going to be the direction they went. Certainly not as far as they went, right? She didn't think they would go so far as to even talk about evidence. You can't even use evidence to prove other things in your case. If it involves anything involving his core powers. But this mini hearing or trial, if you will, if I were Jack Smith, I think the way I'd be thinking this through is I would put on my whole case, everything. I'd want a record. I'd want the judge to make a record of what's core presidential responsibilities, what's presumptive, what's in, what's out, essentially what's official conduct and what's unofficial conduct. Because if it's unofficial conduct, it comes in. If it's official conduct, it's out. That's it. And so I think that they should go through every piece of evidence and every witness and put the whole case on. And the good news is, what that does is that gives us a preview of what the evidence is. Now, Judge Shotkin might preclude Jack Smith from putting on the DOJ piece of his trial because the Supreme Court has already ruled that that is clearly for presidential conduct or duties and therefore is out. So there is a chance we won't get to see that. We'll only get to see the part about what could go either way. So that's what's going to happen. The other thing that the Supreme Court in this decision said, in a footnote, that Judge Chutkan has to do is also analyze the Fisher case that also came down this term recently that talks about whether obstruction of an official proceeding, the charge that two of the charges against Donald Trump and the charge that has been utilized in many of the January 6th cases, whether their decision about what needs to happen in order for that statute to stand. It's not okay to obstruct an official proceeding, for example, by breaking and entering. It has to be, you have to like rip up a document. It has to be involved, you have to involve something tangible like a document. So I think that's the other thing she's going to have to determine is how, because he's charged with 4 counts, 2 of them are obstruction of an official proceeding. In that case, she's going to have to make that determination as well during this hearing.
Well, that's a good breakdown. I mean, the way I've told people, it's a waterfall. Core constitutional powers, which are literally expressed in the Constitution itself. War powers, commander-in-chief, that's where the SEAL Team 6 stuff comes from. And some other executive branch function that is literally spelled out as an Article 2 power, absolute immunity. And what you throw into that bucket is going to now be up to Judge Chutkan, although, as you said, the Supreme Court has decided at least one of them in advance, but that she doesn't have to decide, which is his interaction with the acting Attorney General, Jeffrey Rosen, and with Jeff Clark and all that.